Hello. Today is the five of the story of how I became addicted to pornography and masturbation. And today the video is going to be a little bit longer than 5 minutes. The reason I want to do that is that I want to particularly show you some of the dangers and some of the things I personally believe is maybe directly or somehow indirectly the result of my addiction. Now, I decided to be on singlet today because I want to show you the background of my environment, the house I live. And I'm showing you the house I live not because I want to complain or because I want to be ungrateful, but because I want to let you know that addiction could take away a large chunk of your time, the time you would have put into doing some very reasonable and useful activities. When you're addicted to a particular habit, you could spend so much of your time on that addiction. And the truth about it is, let's take for example, if it's drug you're addicted to, after you've taken the drugs, you become high, and maybe depending on the nature of the drugs, maybe in the next 4 or 5 hours, and sometimes a whole day, you no longer have yourself. You can't do anything. That day is wasted. Pornographic addiction is similar. The moment you get hooked on the screen, you may even say to yourself that maybe the next 2-3 minutes off, let me just watch this 5 minutes video, and before you know it, you are into another 5 minutes video. Before you know it, you want to see it at more length, so you go into a 10 minutes video, and before you know it, you are there for 2-3 hours. And the truth about it is, the moment you finish it, you either have to end it with masturbation, or if in most cases you end it with masturbation, but even after ending with masturbation, you see yourself wallowing. You lost consciousness of the things you should have done, and before you know it, another 2-3 even 4-5 hours is gone for the day, because your brain is pumped with a lot of chemicals that needs to settle down before it can begin to recollect the normal thing. I wish as we progress, I will also share some scientific, maybe psychological fact relating to how the brain works. I've done some studies in that regard. I'm not a very professional, but I will share some facts. But now today I want to tell you how the story of how me not growing up around my parents, me not growing up around people who love me, who I can confide in, has degenerated into me keeping the masturbation secret, or the lust into it for a long time. But before that, let me take a little while to show you. This is my room. I'm actually taking this video from my room, and it is a self-contained apartment. You can actually see some part of the room. This is my kitchen, and the kitchen is not exactly as I want it. It's nowhere close to what I want. The environment is not bad, but the particular interior of my house, this is my wardrobe. This is where I hang my clothes. This is my bed. I have a wall fan, and then I have a second-handed television I bought from a neighbor, which has even gotten bad. Now, why I'm taking the time to show you this is to tell you that I am quite not happy with my life. I am quite disappointed with the level of success I have attained at this age. I am 41 years old, and this is the life I can currently live. I can't do better than this. This is rubbish. This is not the life I desire for myself. I have known for a long time to live a better life. I have set goals even when I was in my early 20s. I have desired certain achievements in life. Yes, I am not a graduate. I didn't go to university, but I know that that's not the reason why I shouldn't live a better life than this. But I'm showing you my environment to tell you how displeased I am with the life I have lived so far. And I want to also let you know that one of the reasons why I am stagnant in this life like this is because I've wasted a lot of my useful time into this habit, into this addiction. So now the story I want to share is, this might actually be part of the reason why I'm struggling in life anyway, but I don't want to blame anybody. I am not sharing this story because I want to blame my parents, or I want to say it's their fault that I'm like this. I have known a long time that I could be better. So my mother abandoned me when I was a year and 6 months and left. Reason I've been told the reasons, but I really can't quite understand. And I was here at 6 months. I was very little, so my father couldn't take care of me. He took me to my grandmother and more or less abandoned me because he hardly comes to visit. I grew up with several relatives, and those other relatives have their own children. No matter how close they have drawn me to themselves, I couldn't approach them like my own parents. I could see what their children could do. Sometimes their children could misbehave. They will flog their children, beat them, and then call them to themselves. But whenever I am beaten, nobody called me to themselves. I'm left alone to cry until I stop crying. So that was how I grew up. So the reason why I share this little part of my story is because the experience of my childhood did not give me the privilege of confiding in people. Nobody I could go to share my fears. When I cry, it's usually outsiders that come to console me. And when you can't begin, you've not even known them so much that you begin to confide certain fears, certain habits that you are beginning to get indulged in. So I grew up with the idea of not confiding in people. Till today, it's difficult for me to make friends because I don't know how to. It's something I can learn, but I'm sharing all of this to let you to know that when you let your children not have the confidence of sharing their personal secrets, their fears with you, there are a lot of things they'll be going through in life that they wouldn't know how to handle. But when you open up the line of communication as a father, as a mother, they will be able to share it with you. But one other thing else I've also discovered is when siblings grow up together, let's assume that one of the siblings is scared of telling the mom or the dad some of the things he had found himself doing. It's easier for them to share it with their sibling, who might find the confidence of telling daddy or mommy, and daddy and mommy will intervene in that issue. So I am now saying that parents, please do all you can to make sure your children grow together. But more importantly, do all you can to make sure that your children can confide in you. They can tell you their fears, they can share their secret with you. I'll continue this story, and I will tell more about my experiences, how this particular habit has affected my sexual life, has affected my marriage, has affected my finances. I've just shared with you a brief of how it has affected my finances. Obviously, if I had more money, if I had better money, I would have made my accommodation more comfortable. But in any case, just keep listening. And if you have any comments to share, if you have any advice to share, if you have any opinion to share, if you have overcome this habit of addiction to masturbation and pornography, please tell us how. Share your experience with us in the comment, and we'll be glad. Thank you very much.